For this podcast, I wanted just to talk a little bit about the day I've had. I got the opportunity to listen to one of, I think, the best motivational speakers I have ever seen. His name is Manny Scott. His likeness is in the movie Freedom Writers, about a group of at-risk high school students in Long Beach, Florida. This podcast is introducing my daughter for the day. But I got to listen to him speak about youth that become invisible to us. And I talked a little bit about in a previous video about the fact that at my school, the LGBT students kind of became invisible. They weren't intentionally forgotten or overlooked, but somehow they just kind of slipped under the radar these last few years. And that's why I started this, because I didn't like it. And that's what he spoke about, because he was one of those overlooked children. His father was in jail most of his life. His mother was constantly being abused, and at 14 he dropped out of school, and it took a teacher and it took these other people in his life to sort of bring him back on track. And it was a wonderful speech, and it sort of renewed my commitment. That's what he kept talking about, renewing your commitment as a teacher, as an educator, as a support person for high school students. You just make funny faces. But to renew my commitment as to why I got into education, and it was to help students because I want the best for them. And I tell them all the first day of school, for the next 90 days, you are my kids. And there's a lot of them that have become my kids year round. If they get in trouble, the teachers come tell me. And that's the sort of community environment that I love having in my classroom, and that I hope to have with this club. And I've said in the other videos, even if you are not a student at GHS, even if you're not even in Goldsboro, not in North Carolina, not in the United States, feel free to contact me or Mr. Robbins. Contact information under the Contact Us tab of this wiki, and we will be happy to help, because I already knew it, but today's speech really brought home the fact that sometimes people become invisible to us, and they shouldn't be, and we're not really sure why. It made us really think. Probably about 200 educators were gathered to listen to him speak, and it made us think about how many students might have slipped through the cracks and become invisible even in our own classrooms, and I didn't like that feeling. So hopefully with this club, these children won't be invisible anymore. If you're watching this and you are questioning yourself, you already identify as LGBT, and you feel like you're invisible, contact us. You're not invisible to us. I hope I'll continue adding videos to this wiki page just sort of as we go through the year, keep you up to date with what we've been going through, what we've been doing as a club, and sort of creating a community out of it. So school starts back in 3 weeks. Shortly after that, we'll be having our first interest meeting and planning our first official meeting of the year, and I am just so excited, and I have renewed my commitment to not letting these students be invisible anymore. Thanks. Bye.